This is a very silly story. I really like this one. I like silly stories. The straw, the coal, and the bean. There's once an old woman who was cooking her supper, and she lit the fire with some straw, heaped the coals onto the straw so it burnt into life, and put some beans in the pot and put the pot on the fire. But one piece of straw slipped through her fingers and fell onto the hearthrug. One bean slipped through her fingers as she was putting them in the pot and fell on the hearthrug. And one coal managed to jump out of the fire and land on the rug. So the straw, the coal, and the bean looked at each other and said, "Since we have been spared, while our brothers have all perished, perhaps we should become comrades, and now is our time to escape." So the straw, the coal, and the bean managed to escape from the old woman's cottage and walked their way down the road. After some time they came to a stream, to a little river, and they said to each other, "How are we going to get over the stream?" So the straw said, "I will make a bridge for you, my comrades." So the straw lay down over the stream, and the coal boldly marched halfway across the bridge, but then heard the water gurgling and bubbling below, and suddenly became paralysed with fear. And because the coal was standing still on the straw bridge, the straw began to burn. So the coal and the straw splashed into the stream below. And the bean that was left sitting on the bank could only laugh as he watched his comrades fall into the water. And the bean laughed long, and the bean laughed loudly, and it burst his sides. And it would have been all over for the bean had not a travelling tailor heard the bean laughing, and, because he was a kind man, took some black thread out of his pack and sewed the bean together. But from that day to this, all beans had a black seam going down them. One of the things about the Grimm stories is, of course, the first volume was published 1812, second 1815. So we're talking Napoleonic Wars here, 1815, Battle of Waterloo. So there are stories about a soldier returning from the war, the 12 Dancing Princesses. We will get to that one. But I do think that the straw, the coal, and the bean, it does sound very much like soldiers, perhaps deserters, you know, escaping, running for their lives. It has that kind of feel about it. But I like the tailor. I think he's wonderful. And bear with me because we will get to the little tailor in time. Keep going. More stories, more fun to be had. Stay with it.